Okay. Good night. How are y'all doing? Welcome back to our
Hi.
divorce. Me too. Because say you too.
Oh, sorry, me too.
Um, Tonight, welcome back to our channel, and we have a great topic tonight. I was coming in with another topic, but something just speak to me and said, "How do I stay focused?" So I think this is a really good topic because going through the process of separation slash divorce, we tend to stray away from ourselves. We tend to stray away from holding on to us, to what is true to us, and we lose focus. Um, Staying focused for me was knowing that there was something else so much more important in the home for me to stay focused on and to not lose control of myself, like go and hurt somebody. Y'all know what I mean. Or just go drinking or clubbing or just lose my self control. So
Oh, wait.
for me, staying focused.
Go downstairs and find out, man. Goodness, man.
That's the kids, y'all. Y'all know how these things go. This real. So staying focused for me was really dealing with my kids. I had to get up every day. I had to hold back the tears. I had to hold back the hurt, the pain, and whatever else going on, and put my focus on them. Like every day, it literally was them. And so for me, my focus had to stay right on point every day. At some days, I would lose myself and just lose control. But um, for the kids, they became my focus. They became the main point. And as time goes on, I then began to focus on me. It's not easy at all to stay focused when you're going through something like this. It really is not. Um, you start thinking about things, which and I talked about in the last episode. You start thinking about things to do. You start questioning yourself. You start wondering about, what are you going to do now? Um, what comes into play? How do you handle moving on with life, moving on with what you once had and now it's split apart? How do you move forward? So, finding something that's so worth the while, it'll help you stay focused. I must say, overall, my focus was on God. And there were times when I just did not want to go to that throne. I did not want to talk to God. I did not want to hear his voice. I didn't want to read his Bible. I didn't want to read his word because I feel like my pain was so deep that he could not reach me in any way, any shape, in any form. He could not reach me.
Well, for me, I had to readjust myself because in the process of me being married and having kids and all of those things, I lost myself for a minute because I wasn't the same person that I was. So for me, I had to get myself back together because at the end of the day, I didn't want to be that bitter, bitter woman, who husband left her or who left her husband or whatever the case might be. So I had to find myself again and I had to learn how to be true to myself because I couldn't be true to my children unless I was true to myself. And like you, most of my strength came from God. And it's like you say, like some days I didn't want God. Him to encourage me because I used to hear him encouraging me a lot through like scriptures and songs and stuff like that. And I used to tell him, I was like, God, I don't want to hear that today. I really don't, because I'm not at that place. So for me, I just had to find myself and learn how to love and appreciate myself, and then um, readjust my focus and focus on my kids, what they need from me, and what I needed to be to them. So that helped me to keep myself in line and not go off looking for another man, because nothing could have fulfilled me, nothing. And I think for a very long time, I just closed myself down to men, and I stopped trusting and I stopped looking, because like that divorce, that knocked me out like a hurricane, that like knocked me totally off my feet. So I had to readjust myself and learn how to do everything for me and learn how to do everything for my kids without depending on anybody but God.
Right. I feel the same way too.
Yeah.
I had to, I hear like a noise in the background when I talk. I don't know. But okay. I had to focus on my kids, and I had to readjust myself a lot. I like to work out, so I find myself just working out crazy, working out, taking long walks. Um, like I said, I think in one of my videos, that I sat and I meditate and I just drift away, and it's a awesome feeling. It really is an awesome feeling. A lot of times we find ourselves, when we get into these, when our life make a turn like this, everything we everything we used to see, we used to have, feels like we lost control of everything. It feels like everything just, like, it just wash away, and it feels like we have no control. And it almost like when everyone was in the boat, and they was like, Jesus, why are you sleeping, and we're in the middle of a storm, like, don't you care? Right. And that's how I felt, like, God, what are you doing? Why are you sleeping? Don't you see my life turning upside down? I am
Yeah.
becoming another Black woman, another single mother out here raising kids all by myself. And let me tell you, it is true. Like, I am literally raising them by myself. You could support me financially all you want to. You could say, oh, I'm taking care of the bills, I'm taking care of this. No, those kids, the home, the foundation is broken. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's no more. So you leave to pull together the pieces. And for you to do that, you can't lose focus. You can't lose focus of what is the main thing. You can't keep thinking about what happened, what caused us to be here. It's gonna always come. I mean, I'm sure like Andrea, who's been divorced like 5 years, 10 years, like, it still comes up in your mind. It still comes to your memories.
It will forever come up inside your mind, because at the end of the day, we are still human, and even though we let go and we forgive, it you never forget, because like sometimes, like if I would be like in a food store or somewhere, and I will just smell a cologne, and that would remind me of my ex-husband, so it's always there, so
Yeah, I really know,
yeah.
make me have no. I don't know what would cost me, remind me about anything. I'm still trying to figure that out. I guess just looking, I don't know. But but yeah, yeah, those triggers, they do come and they do go, and then still you have to snap back, focus, get
Mhm.
back in tune with, because sometimes with me, I know I just start to drift away. Like I'll be doing something and I'll be like, why am I here doing this all by myself? Like take for instance, me and the kids will have an argument, and I don't who else I have to go to sit down and say, well, we got to sit down and talk to this child about this certain thing that's going on, because it need a father and a mother advice, input, and we need to build structure around this. But it's
Yeah.
only one, right?
Mhm.
I am the only person to do this. And so,
Yeah.
and then when that is done, I'm sitting there like, dang, why in the hell am I doing this by myself? And then
Mhm.
I start thinking about all the things that happen, all the things that occur, and I have to be like, Tina, snap out of it. Focus, focus, focus.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
will you was trying to get something done here. Let's focus on what is the main issue. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna lose focus, but
Yeah.
but
But
try to always center yourself. Um, I know with Andrea, you said you remember going to your pastor.
yeah, I did. I did. Because the thing about it is, I tried everything I possibly could to hold the marriage together. And one of the key things my pastor said to me, she said, it takes two to make a marriage work. And she said that you can't force nobody to do nothing they don't want to do.
No.
So it don't make no sense me as one person when it was two of us that walked um, up the aisle, and it was both of us saying our vows to one another before God and all of these witnesses. It doesn't make sense for me to go to a marriage counselor or my pastor by myself when my ex-husband, he was not willing to do it. He was not willing to do it.
So
And
now,
I had to come to a point where I had to listen to her when she said it takes two. And then he said to me, I cannot force him to stop doing what he's doing. So what that saying to me? The dude don't want the marriage. So I had to get, I mean, after I done cry and bawl and wail and do all of these things, I had to get a grip of myself and say, you know what? This is not the end. This is not the end. Life is not over. You understand? This too shall pass, and I pray and I cry and I read my Bible and I pray and I cry and I read my Bible and I pray until God release me. And then it was way easier. Even though I still had to deal with the aftermath, it was still easier because I had God on my side. Had I not had God on my side, I think it would have been more difficult. I think I would have been like, I probably would have fight or something like that because I was very angry. So yeah, I'm really
how,
happy that.
so how focused would you say you are now? Because you divorced and you move away from home.
Mm-hmm,
You like me in a strange country, in a strange
mm-hmm,
world, just you
mm-hmm,
and the kids, and just like me, it's just like it's basically just me and the kids, because
mm-hmm.
like he would just come by, but it's no, it's that's a different story for a different day. But how do you stay focused and centered? Because I know sometimes it get chaos. I know because
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Some
crazy.
some days, some days, some days I do get frustrated. Some days I do get frustrated. Some days I just don't want to get out of bed. But um, like I say, God is the center of everything for me, and I've made up my mind. Come hell or high water, it's God and God alone. If it ain't God, it ain't nothing else. Because He's the only one who could help me. Because I'm here in Canada by myself, with my children. And I'm a single mom, and I basically don't know nobody over here, so it's God who I look to constantly for leadership, constantly to guide me, to help me raise my kids, to help me be a better person, to help me be a better mother. So I stay focused by reading my Bible and praying and seeking God leadership to help me do exactly what He wants me to do. So it's no longer me looking out for my will, but like allow him to do it because I believe that he have the better plan for me.
I would say, um, I know that sometimes things get like a whirlwind. I know
Mhm.
sometimes things in my own home gets like I have four, you have three. But I'm telling you, it's crazy because sometimes some days you have everyone coming at you with something. With
Mhm.
this one
Yeah.
do work, the next one do their chores. So um for me, I would say I think right after probably a year, probably a few months after my separation, I was like, I need a man. I,
Girl, I was too hurt for that. I run from
I'm,
everyone. Mm-mm.
I need a man. What am I supposed to do? Like now I'm a woman, a single woman with four kids. Who gonna wanna be with me?
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
I had to stop and think and be like, okay, Tina, no, it's not. That's not what it's about right now. You got
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
sometimes when our minds start to drift away, sometimes when we start to ask ourselves stupid questions, blame ourselves about something, just stop and focus on yourself because it is a very, very tough job that was left behind for you to do. Both of you
Mhm.
are out pulling the ropes, and then all of a sudden, nobody's there with you besides you. Gotta put that backpack on your shoulder, which is like the kids to home, and you got to pull that rope because they
Yeah.
look into you, right? They look into you, and
A-
it's really
And but hold on, not only your kids and yourself you have on your back. You got the bills to think about when they get sick. You understand? It's you. You have to be that doctor. You have to be that mother. Oh, when they fighting against one another, you have to be that referee. So you are being pulled in so many different directions at the same time, So is really important to like refocus and stay on track because if you don't, it will pull you to pieces.
so. Did you take time for yourself to focus on yourself in the midst of it all? Because I know I sure did.
Well, with me, like I'm a girly girl, so anytime you see me got stuff on my mind, I like to go shopping, so I go shopping. Yeah, so like I would go shopping or buy myself a bottle of wine or like take a trip in Toronto by myself, or even if I just go to the food store by myself sometimes. If I treat myself to an ice cream bar, you understand? Or if I pat myself back and say, Andrea, you're doing a better job. Sometimes I look in the mirror and say, girl, you are beautiful and you are doing a good thing. You have to remind yourself and you have to encourage yourself. Because sometimes, even though I have my sister who encourages me all the time, sometimes it's only me one here. So I gotta look myself in the mirror and say, girl, you're beautiful, you're special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel I kind of the same things also. Like I would take breaks. When I was deep in the midst of it, I would take the long way home. I would stop to the park. I would go for long walks. I would work out. I started going. I never was one really to go to restaurants like that, but I started going to restaurant. I started going just sitting down and having lunch by myself. And I
Hmm.
was like, oh, it felt good.
Nice.
It feels really
Nice.
good because I already knew what I was going home to. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
This is not an easy road to travel for anybody. You
You know
are
what?
you are like a broken glass rolling over in glue or clay trying to put yourself together.
Back
It's
together.
very, it's very, very hard. You have to
Yeah.
take time for yourself. You have to take time and focus on yourself also because you will lose it. You do not want to lose it. Your mind is a battlefield. And trust
Mhm.
me, anything your mind is going through or thinking about, it's going to tell on you physically, mentally, spiritually, health wise. So you don't want that.
Yeah.
You want to find something, find a good friend,
Yeah.
find a family member that only you. I run to Andrea every day. Like she became my
Yeah.
prayer partner. She became, and I have other sisters too, but Andrea became that person that I could lean on just to talk to. Someone, I mean, sometimes we would sing, and God knows I can't sing to save my life. I probably would die. But yeah, so you need
Yeah.
look, this world was built by God. You hear me? And when he put man in this world, he did not put man in this world to be alone. He said it's
That's true.
good for man to be alone. So he gave
Mm-hmm.
a wife. When that
Mm-hmm.
man saw that wife, he said, flesh of my flesh. We
One of my
not do it
friends.
by ourselves. Do not sit in there and do not sit in your space, whether man or woman, and going through this process and think you can do it by yourself.
All by yourself.
Mentally,
You can. You
mentally, you're
can.
going to think you're doing it by yourself, which is going to help you draw strength. But at the end of the day, you need someone to talk to. You need
Yeah.
someone to let it out to. Even if you pray, you still need that person,
Person to talk to.
right,
Yeah.
to talk
Yeah.
to. You
And
do.
it's always good to talk to someone who already been through what you going through. So because I have already been through what um Tina was going through and is going through, I'm able to help her every step of the way.
Right.
So it's always good to have someone there with you to encourage you and just a shoulder for you to lean on, you know. So I was happy that I could be there for her. You know, I was happy that she allowed me to be there for her. So you have to allow someone to be there for you.
Yeah, you gotta find someone that would give you that space, a safe space in their life, in their home that you can run to any time of the day. I remember waking up Andrea sometimes and I was like, I can't do this, Andrea. And she would tell me, tomorrow soon be here. We
Hmm.
had this. You could do this.
Hmm.
You need that. You need that. That is
Hmm.
you need that shoulder. I also have a friend. Her name is Tracy, and
Hmm.
um, oh my gosh, I remember calling her so many times, and she would say, "Tina, just call, text, whatever. I'm here," and she was there for me.
Yeah.
She might have been there
Yeah.
physically because we live in different states, but she was there for me a lot of times. And she went through a divorce too, to say,
Yep.
but it wasn't easy. Feelings was hurt, but at the end of the day, even though she still had her, even though she still was going through um, her process, she also was hurting. And so she still made a safe space for me to come and talk. She never judged me. And she never said, well, you should leave and I don't know why you stay. And she's like, she
Yeah.
just, she told me, this is your decision. And
Yep.
I tell people a lot of times, I'll be like, I'm not gonna tell nobody to leave their husband or
No. Never.
that's not my place. But I
Never.
can only help you in a way where I give you kind words and I sit there and I listen, even if I just tired and I don't want to listen, because that's what Andrea do to me. I remember she'd be tired or sleepy and we would go to sleep on the phone together.
Yeah.
A safe space. You need that
Yeah.
safe
And
space.
even though like even if you have like someone there, Like, even when Tina started to tell me, so because she started to tell me about her relationship with her husband from the beginning. And from the beginning, I did not feel sure about her marriage, and I never said anything to her. You know, like certain things that she would tell me about her husband, and it was identical to what my husband was doing, my ex-husband was doing. And I'm like, man, these two birds of a feather really, and they don't flock together because they don't even know one another or anything like that. But I never told her, oh, you need to leave your husband or your husband doing this. And when she told me the stuff that was going on, I was not shocked like because I was already in that situation, I could see it happening for her, you
You
know.
need to
But
be
she
very
had to come to terms with that, and she had to come to terms with that, and she had to say to me, "This is what is going on." I never told her what was going on or how I felt or whatever, because she had to come to that decision for herself. So don't let nobody tell you what you need or do not need to do. You
right.
have to figure that out on your own.
Yes. Focus. Stay focused.
Yeah,
Don't make no quick decisions.
yeah,
Unless it's a decision where you're being physically
right.
abused and you are threatened for your life and all that.
Yeah,
But if it's where you can just walk away and be in a space where you, and if it's the kids or whatever, if you could just find a place where you can and just sit or just begin to start anew and pray on it. Don't make
mhm,
no quick decisions because, oh, let me tell you, quick decisions. I remember trying to make a lot of quick decisions, and quick decisions cause you to go in a whirlwind. Like,
mhm,
would be spinning because you're not sure, and then you feel like you're sure, and then you're talking, and then you hearing yourself. You don't want that. You don't want that. You
yeah,
don't want that. And some people make decisions so quick. I'm not saying that not making a quick decision, meaning that you enabling that person or you enabling the marriage to stay in a place where you're not comfortable, because you can always
yeah,
move away from that, or that spouse who cheated, move away. But what I'm saying is that you can find yourself in a space where you can begin to center yourself, you can begin to focus on either the kids if you have kids, or focus on yourself,
mhm,
by yourself. And then as you go on, you process everything, you make decisions. This whole thing is you have to stay focused. If you don't
stay
stay,
focused.
if you don't stay focused, if you don't get centered, you are going to lose control. Some people lose their lives. I remember when I think I went on a trip, and when I came back, one of my friends told me her friend um, just split from her husband, but when her husband came back home, she was in the tub. She killed herself, and it's sad. It hurt me. It hurt me, and I'm not gonna lie. The pain is so deep. You don't want to go another day. I also remember trying to take my life.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm just being very honest because
yeah,
pain, the pain is very real. So,
mhm,
so you have to find someone that you can stay focused, someone who can help you go through the process. You don't have to ask them for advice, but that person just need to be able to sit and listen to you because you want to talk it out. You have to talk it out.
yep,
You have to talk it out.
mhm. You have to. You have to. Everybody needs somebody in this world, and you have to do it. And just like Tina, I try to commit suicide as well, and that is not something that I'm very proud of. I also wanted God to, put him 6 feet, so I did it both ways. So you have to you just have to know that you are worth it. Sometimes we feel like because these men they put us through so much, or sometimes women put their husbands through a lot too as well, and sometimes we feel like we are less than, and that is such a lie. You are worth saving, you are worth living, you are worth loving, and everybody deserves to be loved, you know so I could say to you, ladies and men out there, please do not let nobody depreciate you. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're not worth anything or your value is of nothing, because that is a lie. Always remember that someone's trash is another person's treasure. You understand? You have to love yourself and don't put nobody above you or in front of you. Love you.
That's my beautiful. She is just beautiful. I like me some chocolate. But yeah, she is right. Don't let no one devalue you, depreciate you, and just know that you are very valuable. Ladies, the Bible say, he who finds a wife find a
A
good,
good
good
thing.
thing.
Yes.
You understand me? And he said, you are far more, you are worth more than pearl.
That's
Ruby.
right.
Do you know what rubies and pearls are? And
That's right.
in the Bible also say that heaven gate is pearls. You are
Mhm,
far more worth than pearls. So look
mhm.
at yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and just say to yourself, even with tears coming out your eyes, even with the
That's right.
pain,
That's right.
look at yourself and say, I am worth it.
That's right. I am beautiful. You are
You are
beautiful,
worth
honey.
it.
You are beautiful.
Died on the cross for you.
That's right.
You are worth it. If ain't no
That's
man
right.
died on the cross for you, Jesus died for you, girl, please,
That's
sir.
right. That is right. And men, Jesus died for you as well. We're not going to forget you.
Yes,
Jesus died for you as well. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in the likeness and image of
right,
Him. And we just have to remember that. We just have to remember that God loves all of us.
right. And there's always, look, let me tell you, I feel like if Judas didn't carry his little butt out there and jump off that darn hill, Jesus would have given him another chance. But
All
that
right?
his life was destined for that. I mean, look at Peter. Peter denied Jesus, his close friend. Peter denied,
Mm-hmm,
and Jesus,
mm-hmm.
Peter was the ones that Jesus loved so much. So, guys and women, you are worth it. The people
Mm-hmm.
who cheated, who walked out on you, they were the
They're
ones,
lost.
they
That's
already
right.
they wasn't worth it. And God
That's
removes people from your life who is going to stop his, if God have you destined for something and something is stopping that, and he knows
right.
where your heart is, he's going to remove it.
That's right.
Believe that. And it could be, and yes, it is going to be. And I know you're going to ask yourself, well, why do I have to hurt? That's God. That's God. And I'm not going to say who are we to question God, but who are we to question God? But then I still question God. I question God all the time.
Me
But
too.
like I say, at the end of the day, know your value, know your worth. I wouldn't say we didn't know our values, we didn't know our worth, because if we didn't, we wouldn't have get married. They would
Yeah.
not have married us. So we was
Yeah.
worth it.
That's right.
We was
That's right.
it.
And it's their loss.
It's their
My
loss.
ex-husband, it's his loss, honey.
Mm,
It's his loss.
mm.
And when
Child.
I find this new man now, oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Anyways, focus, Andrea. Focus.
Focus.
Water. Oh my gosh, this girl look at my heart.
Focus.
Because child, we know she's been on the dry dock a long time.
Oh,
Anyway,
child.
but
That's okay though.
yeah, yeah, it's okay. Diamond in the rough, rubies.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
so that's what we have for you guys tonight, and we just want y'all to know that y'all are loved. God just removed those because they wasn't supposed to be there in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, folks,
That's right.
look at your kids every day, and they are a blessing. The Bible says the kids are a blessing
Blessing.
from God. They are your
Mm-hmm.
blessing. Trust me, they might
That's
be
right.
the world of headaches, but they are a blessing.
That's right.
Thing to smile about every day. Every day. Focus on the flowers. Go buy yourself some flowers. Go
That's
buy
right.
yourself a pair of nice shoes. Or
Yes.
and get,
Outfit. Go take some pictures.
yes,
What?
yes. So yeah. So thank you all for listening. And we'll be back another week with something special for you. I don't know what that's gonna be.
Like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes,
Like,
that's what she said. She is.
comment.
I was saying tonight, I don't know why she got to come on here looking more beautiful than me, but hey,
Oh my goodness. And I'm looking at her and I'm saying she's beautiful too.
girl, I wish she was a guy, but hey,
Oh, whatever.
all right. Well, thank you all for listening in. And like we said, like, subscribe, and share. Please share because there are people out here that need to hear this and that need to come to themselves the way we did.
Yeah.
We are a
Yeah.
community. Good night.